Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Hook and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video in the rain is Hook's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You're going to be introduced to Hook's training equipment and taught how to use it properly during your follow-up training session. Now, Hook is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper leash walking, and probably one of the most used exercises out of the whole bunch, and Rich and Hook will demonstrate that now. The command is Hook, heel. Now at this point, Hook has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when you're walking. Not forging ahead or lagging behind, but walking nicely next to your left side. And each time that you stop your feet, he has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So when you're walking with your puppy, you feel as though you're leading the walk and not him. And you're not being dragged down the street. If you turn, he turns. If you change pace, he's supposed to be focused on you. And when you stop, he sits automatically and waits for the next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. You can practice this indoors as well as outdoors. You're going to start out at about 30 seconds, and you're going to slowly work up to 3 minutes. When Rich returns back to him, he will quickly return all the way around him, back to his shoulders, back where they started. And at this point, Hook expects to get another command, and they take off heeling again. And I mentioned working your dog in the house because that's where, people see the video outside, they assume they have to work outside, when in fact, working inside is much more pleasant for you in February and teaches him good house manners and skills in the home. Nice automatic sit. Rich leaves him hand and voice command, one-word command to stay. He walks out to the end of the leash and he turns to face him, and this command helps to develop his self-control and focus. This time, instead of returning to him, Rich calls him in, and this is the come on command. He comes right in front of Rich and faces his knees and sits, and then he goes back to heel and back sitting. Now, if he starts to get out of control, you heard Rich say no to him. But Rich never broke stride. He kept right on walking, and that's one of the secrets. A lot of times our clients, when the dog gets out of control on the end of the leash, will stop walking, and you don't want to do that. You want to continue to walk as you're correcting him.
Stay.
Rich leaves him in another sit-stay, and he'll demonstrate that come-on command again for you. I have to give Hook a lot of credit because it's raining pretty good out here now, and he's still paying attention. He is a lab, but not all labs like water, so he's doing a good job. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is going to be the down from a heel position. So with him seated at your left, you use your left open palm straight down toward the ground, and the one-word command to down and stay.
Stay.
Your long down stay, you can practice in the house. He was putting his nose on the ground to grab at things, and every lab that we work with does the same thing. They love to put their noses on the ground and grab twigs. Your long down stay, practice right in your living room. Less distraction, more opportunity for you to be successful.
Down. Stay.
Now because he got up, Rich made him lay down again.
Stay.
So he has to complete the command the way it was taught. Rich walks all the way back around him, ends up back at heel, and then he tells Hook to heel out of that command. And he'll demonstrate that again for you. So remember, dogs always seated first, left open palms, straight down toward the ground. The one-word command to down and stay. And I have to think that Hook's been taught to give paw because he tries to do that to get out of laying down. And then Rich calls him out of that command. Very nice. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Hook's formal on-leash obedience commands. He has come a long way, and we look forward to working with you once Hook goes home to continue on with his progress. We knew you were dying to get him home. So he's going to come home on Friday. We've enjoyed having him. We want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we will see you soon.